back. Well, it's Monday night, a new week has begun. I turn on my TV for some pigskin fun. I see a Super Bowl season here on ABC. The biggest game each week is their specialty. I gotta get ready, make everything right. Monday night football's coming on tonight.
Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to Cooooolecast, podcast for all of us. And I'm here today with Mr. B-Roll, and I got a question for you, Mr. B-Roll. Are you ready? Are you ready for some football tonight? No, seriously, are you ready?
I've been waiting all day for Sunday.
Oh, you went to that. Oh, yeah. That was a good one, too, though. So, hey, folks. I'm XLJ, the OG, and welcome on into another episode of Cooooolecast. And if you haven't figured it out by now, we are talking football today. More specifically, we are talking some fantasy football. This is going to be a fun episode once again. And like I say, man, I love...
Why is it going to be so fun? Why is it going to be so fun?
Because we're talking football. Most importantly, fantasy football.
But what are we going to do during the episode that's going to make it so fun?
Well, here in about T-minus 18 minutes, folks. That's right. This is real live. We're live. You're going to be witness us, or hear us anyways, participate in our fantasy football draft. That's right. We are a mere 17 minutes away and counting from our draft for our fantasy league. And we're going to do it live and in color. And we're going to talk about that here momentarily here a little bit more, but you know me, Mr. B-Roll, I'm a stickler for origins, so I always thought, like, fantasy sports, it's interesting how it got started, like, with rotisserie baseball. Like, so fantasy baseball is the first real fantasy sport, and the thing that's mind-boggling to me is, like, it got started actually all the way back in the 80s, so, like, really, fantasy sports has been around for over 30 years, pretty much. Just crazy to think.
Yeah, they used to do it on like by paper.
Yeah. Can you imagine that and keeping track of those statistics and stuff? Oh my God, that'd be a pain in the tuchus. But let me ask you this: you ever play any fantasy sports outside of football?
I have, actually.
Okay, what sports were those?
So I have done fantasy baseball and I've done fantasy basketball.
Oh wow! See, I think baseball would just be way too hard to follow and do.
It kind of is, but I got asked to join one, and it's actually not too hard because you change your lineup so much, but that makes it but that does make it hard because you have to change your lineup so much.
Yeah, for me, like, just doing it once a week, that's good. And that's why I enjoy football, because it's like you have plenty of time to prep for it. I mean, it's just a weekly thing. You don't have to be as invested, like constantly changing your lineup like in baseball or basketball or hockey or any other fantasy sports that's out there. So for me, that's why my go-to's always been football.
Yeah, I really do not enjoy basketball. The scoring doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
I can respect that. So, how did you get started in fantasy sports? Was it football? Was it baseball? Was it basketball?
So it was football. If you want to like go deep down into the roots of the origin stories, I remember I used to get SI Kids magazine, so Sports Illustrated Kids magazine.
Preach.
And they advertised for like a fantasy football thing. Now, it was for kids, and what it was, I guess, kind of essentially what it was, is kind of like what people would do at DraftKings nowadays. You had a budget.
Okay.
And you like got to pick whatever players you wanted, but you had to stay within your budget. So, I mean, a lot probably simpler than what like DraftKings does and everything. But yeah, and like back then, I like pretty much just picked like all Colts players.
Yeah,
it wasn't necessarily a bad thing.
No, you're talking in Peyton Manning days too. Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Dallas Clark. You know, a whole great viable options. So,
sir.
I remember, like, for me, like, I started with football. I've done nothing but football. I just can't see doing anything else. And yeah, that's doing the whole, like, there's people out there who make it very elaborate, and they have the leagues where you have, like, your money, X amount of money you can spend. That's just way too intricate. I just want, like, basic. Give me some football. Um, I've always been a traditionalist in a sense of, like, how I started was your typical. You got your quarterback, your two running backs, your three receivers, and that's the way I've always set our league up for. I know a lot of leagues play with flex. For the longest time, I didn't do any PPR, but now we do PPR, which is points per reception for those of you who don't know what that means out there. But yeah, I got started on, my buddy Chris got me started on it, actually. I remember, like, this is how far back. I can remember going over to his house and bringing my ginormous PC and having, like, kind of like a fantasy football draft party in his basement, pretty much.
I actually used to be a commissioner of a league.
Okay.
And when I was like, no, we're always doing the draft in person and everything.
Yeah, it's fun to do it like that, I think. I kind of miss those days. And now everybody can just do it on their phone. So.
Yeah.
But I will say this, like, I think strategy going into it, like, definitely the draft's a big part of it, obviously. We do a snake draft, so we don't do anything, like, we don't get really too cute with it. It's just like a random pick as far as, like, where you draft, and then it just goes back and forth, essentially. So we do have, for our draft that's coming up here in T-minus 12 minutes, we do have our draft order. Mr. B-Roll, you are picking 6th, and I'm picking 7th, and we're in a 10-person league.
I'm picking 5th.
I thought you were 6th.
I'm 5th.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess you're picking 5th, and I'm picking...
Are you sure?
Well, I am the commissioner, so I could always change that. No. Yeah. So, yeah, like, in the spots we're in, they're not the greatest, the most ideal. I think you rather, like, because everybody, obviously, your strategy, you always go for running back. It's been like that for years. You always want to get a good running back, because there's not that many of them, honestly. Receivers is up there, but I think the focus typically is running back. And then, of course, getting you a good tight end's hard to come by too, and there's only like a few, it seems like, every year that's like really good. Although I will say this, I think this year, and maybe I'm giving away some of my strategy, but this year there are some good tight ends that are going in later rounds. So,
well, and this, I mean, so you've had one draft this year, and this is my most likely my first draft and probably my last draft this year.
Oh.
I told you this personally. I decided to cut back on the fantasy football a little bit because I've done years.
I remember when we first started hanging out, you'd be like, "Oh, I got like 6 different drafts or 6 different leagues going on and stuff." And we don't do a keeper league, which, if you don't know what a keeper league is, it's essentially where you get to choose, like, you can keep one guy for the next year. So I ended up doing the 2 because it's my one buddy, and I always do it for him, do it with him every year. So I didn't want to tell him no, and he has to scramble and find somebody. So so it's all good, but my primary focus is on our league.
Yeah, I let all of my leagues know like weeks ago, so they didn't have to scramble to find somebody.
Yeah. But yeah, my strategy going into these drafts, I'll tell you this, one thing that infuriates me the most: why the hell do you pick a damn kicker in like the 8th or 9th round? Pick a kicker last, for God's sakes.
Hopefully that person was on auto draft and it did it to fill their spot. But
I will say this, I've noticed on auto draft, I noticed it this year, where it used to be on auto draft, they just draft you the best player, but now that it is like filling those roles first, and then like it drafts you the best player for your bench. So that way you don't end up with 1,000 different running backs, essentially.
Yeah, I need a better team name.
Wasn't yours like something to do with luck or something?
No, mine's The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad name.
It's not a bad name, but it just doesn't fit with this league.
Yeah, you could do something with your boy Jonathan Taylor or something, who will not be there by the time you pick because he is obviously going to be number one and rightfully so. I tell you what, though, I think a guy who could be available, I wouldn't be shocked if Christian McCaffrey's still there.
Yeah,
because
I
there's
somehow knew,
and then
knew you were going to say that.
And that's going to be like some dangling fruit. Like, do you trust it? Like, I'll be honest with you, and with me, he's burned my ass like 2 years, so it's just like, I'd probably be a hard pass for me. But yeah, I think your strategy going into it, you obviously want to get like you want to have some dark horses, some that you think know will get later. I have a couple in mind. Of course, I'm not going to tell you. It's part of my strategy. But I do my research. I did do some research. I try to do this every year, and I kind of go through and look and evaluate, see like the best of the best or who I think is going to fit in with my position. I think a good strategy to have is, if at all possible, with your receiver, get you like the quarterback. Like, so, like if you're drafting, for example, let's say you're got
Cooper
Patrick
Kupp.
Mahomes, or Cooper Kupp, then you want to get Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Because you got to keep in mind too, as far as scoring perspective, so you get 6 points for a touchdown from a receiver or running back or a tight end, or anybody that scores a touchdown, and then 4 points from your quarterback. So that's 10 points right there.
Yeah, I will say, because kind of the evolution of fantasy football. The majority of your leagues now are PPR. I feel like that is
They've all went to that, and what that is points per reception. So every time a receiver, running back, tight end, whoever has a reception, that is 1 point. Now, one thing I've done in our league that I think makes it fun and just balloons the shit out of the scores, I changed like how the defense scores. So it actually in our league, it's very important to get a defense. And you can ask Mr. B-Roll, because you can have some weeks where your defense scores you 30-some points.
It can make or break you.
It really can, and I think it makes it for more fun and more exciting. Like, I do like a point per sack. It's just like, I think it's fun like that, in my opinion. And then with our league too, something that's important, I think this is cool too. So, the playoffs. So it's all important to get have the top record, of course, but you benefit from it in the fact that it's like the equivalent of having home field advantage. You get 3 points each match. So if you're a number 1 seed, throughout the entire playoffs, you automatically get 3 points to start with. So it's kind of like home field advantage, essentially.
Yep.
And trust me, folks, that those 3 points, it can definitely come down to the nitty gritty and save your butt.
It can come in clutch.
Bite you.
I think last year me and you, we were in like the top 4, both of us or something like that, and we both had a 3-point advantage. But I think we did both lose. We both, didn't make to the second round.
Well, I know for me, I was ravaged by injuries. Yeah. Oh my God, I lost George Kittle. I lost, I can't remember who my quarterback was.
Last year?
Yeah.
Didn't you have Kyler Murray and Lamar or something?
I had Lamar Jackson. That's right. And Lamar got hurt, I think.
But you traded me Kyler.
I traded you Kyler out of that. No, it wasn't him. I had Derrick Henry. That Derrick Henry was my guy and got hurt. That's what killed me. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, folks. You got to plan for that. But you can also too and we're going to go into more depth after our draft about some strategies you can use while you're playing fantasy. But of course, we're talking about the draft more specifically right now. But I don't know, for me, when I'm building a team, pretty much it does depend a lot on the draft pick, and you're really kind of gambling because, like I say, there's some players that you kind of want, but you can get in later rounds, and you're hoping nobody else realizes this guy can do that or is a dark horse. And then let me tell you what's the most infuriating damn thing in the draft is when you are one pick away and your guy's there. And somebody comes in and takes them from you. That is the most infuriating damn thing. Huh?
The pick right before you?
Yes.
And even worse, if the person right before you is on auto pick.
Oh, that pisses me off more than anything. They're on auto pick, and it's literally like the top ranked player according to the draft order. So, are you surprised this year with some of the rankings?
Well, I pointed out one as we right before we started. I was like, I wonder why Dalvin Cook's down so far. But I mean, when you think of injury history,
Yeah,
I mean, I'll say this. This is the most receivers I feel like I've seen ranked in the top 10 in a while.
yeah,
Um, and
yeah. Cooper Kupp number 3, which Cooper Kupp, I'd love to have the guy, but
yeah, he is a stud. I mean, just want to try to get the best player available. Because the thing is, injuries are going to happen. So it's more of luck than anything, really. It's
yeah,
if your team can stay healthy and they perform kind of how you think they were going to perform.
right.
So,
Folks, we are T-minus 2 minutes away from our draft.
but yeah, I mean, I think a big thing too, and okay, one of the main reasons Jonathan Taylor's ranked number 1 this year would be its opportunity. Like the Colts really don't have another dominant running back,
No, they don't.
and they
That's a big part of it too. Like, and you've got some good backs out there, but I try to avoid running back committees because those will kill you. You never know. I'll tell you one thing: I never will draft a damn running back from New England. I never have, never will. Just because that's you just never know with Bill Belichick's system.
Yep, no kidding. I mean, okay, and we're a minute 30, so we're about 90 seconds. We're about ready to go.
Yeah, looking at the rankings, though, I gotta say, I don't understand why the hell Christian McCaffrey's ranked higher than Derrick Henry. Both coming off injuries, but to me, Derrick Henry was a way better back, in my opinion.
It's simply the PPR value of Christian
Yeah,
McCaffrey.
well, that's a good point too.
Because when you're in a PPR league, and that's why I feel like you see so many receivers in the top 10 too.
Yeah.
It's just
Another one that blows my mind, and we're less than a minute here, is how freaking people will take a quarterback early, even if it's like a Mahomes or a Josh Allen or like a Justin Herbert or somebody that's super talented. I would not take a quarterback in the first 2 to 3 rounds. And now tight end, I used to say no to, but now because they are scarce, if you can get a Kelsey in the second round or something like that, I get that.
Yeah, it's all about what your options are. Don't take don't let Travis Kelsey sit there and take a running back. Let me go down to him and see kind of who's around him at running back. Okay, so James Conner is ranked right under from Arizona. Is ranked right under him. Right. Well, don't feel like you have to get James Conner because he's a running back. Draft Travis Kelsey.
Here we go. We are live. The draft has begun.
Yeah. Now, I'll finish my point, though, because
we're
not up yet.
Because we got some time.
Now, if you wanted to say, hey, I'm going to draft Aaron Jones over Kelsey, for me, that's a little bit closer, but I would still maybe think about.
Let me ask you this. Is there ever, some, it doesn't matter how good they are, you won't draft them at all?
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that, it's just people that have burned you in the past, and...
What about fandom though? Is there anybody or any reason I bring this up? Because I will go ahead and admit this. I will not ever draft a damn Green Bay Packer. I don't care how good they are. I won't draft them. I don't care.
I used to not draft any Patriots.
That's obviously changed, huh?
Well, yeah.
Well, shockingly enough, Jonathan Taylor is the first pick. He is gone.
Yeah, so. I'll never draft Tom Brady.
Really? Okay, I can respect that. I'll never draft Aaron Rodgers. I don't care where he's at, what he's doing.
I hope you accidentally go on auto draft and do.
I'll drop him. I wouldn't drop him. I'd trade him, though. I'd probably trade him for a very low value. Pretty much in the snake draft, I believe you have a 90-second time limit to make a pick. I believe most of the people are in our league. See, this person that's up, I bet they're wondering, do I take McCaffrey? Do I not?
Either that, or they're going to go to auto pick.
They're probably going to go to auto. I know one of our players in our league is going to auto. So.
Looks like we already have one. The one right behind me is on auto. So
That's who I'm thinking of, who's on auto.
Yep.
It looks like this one's going to be auto too, so it looks like McCaffrey is going number 2. Okay.
So much for that theory, right?
All right. So here is the third pick, which the projected third pick would be Cooper Kupp.
This guy goes on auto too. This is gonna be a fast draft.
Yeah, it'll be a fast draft, but a frustrating one, I will say.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knew what time the draft was. But you can also, that's another thing too, like that person I was mentioning that's on auto. Oh, nope, they didn't. They took Cooper Kupp. Okay.
Okay.
But you're one pick away, sir. So what I was going to say there was like, if you can set up your rankings. Okay, it's you, Justin Jefferson. So here we go. Who are you picking, Mr. B-Roll?
So, all right, my top options would be Eckler, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, Najee Harris. I'm not going to go down any further because I'm picking one of those 4 for sure.
You need a receiver.
No, I don't.
You need a running back from you jerk. All right, so he just took Derrick Henry, and Austin Eckler is off the table now. So it's my turn. All right, so let's see. Well, I'm going to go probably with the running back, and I'm going to go with old reliable here. I'm hoping he's always done me well throughout the years. I'm taking Alvin Kamara. That's my pick. I hope I don't regret that because I don't see a whole lot of.
I would have went Najee Harris.
Really? I don't know. I don't trust him. I just got to feel him, especially with well, wait a minute. Is Trubisky running that now?
I don't know.
I don't even know who Pittsburgh's quarterback is.
It's either Trubisky or Kenny Pickett.
Either way, it's not a good look. So okay, with our first picks, we took some backs. So there you go. Derrick Henry and Alvin Kamara.
Like Jamar Chase is a little tempting,
mm-hmm.
but I mean, you sometimes have to look at it like this. So what's the difference between Jamar Chase and like a CeeDee Lamb if he's still there at my next pick? Do you think there's a big difference or not much at all?
I don't know, but maybe. All right. So I think we're still waiting here.
Keep on waiting.
Yeah, like the auto thing is like a good thing and a bad thing, you know. It makes it go fast.
Najee Harris
just went. Okay. And if you look at this, we got a lot of auto picks, Mr. B-Roll. Matter of fact, I am back up. All right, so who am I going to take? I got, baby.
You got some options there.
I got some options, and my mouth is watering because I'm going to take me some Stephon Diggs. Hello.
Get you some.
Yeah, I am excited to see what Buffalo's going to do this year, man. Yeah. Oh, Joe Mixon just went.
Yeah, that was me.
That was you. Okay. Yeah, this is going to go super fast because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on auto. But it's also going to make it a little frustrating too. So,
yeah.
All right. So
I don't think I've ever made it out of those first 2 picks with like running backs. Like I normally go 1 running back, 1 receiver. But
yeah, you're loaded at running back. But
I like both of those running backs. I think.
And see, here's the thing. I think there's a lot of good receivers you can get late this year too.
Yeah.
So I think you're okay. I mean, you focus on the position that's the hardest to fill.
Yep. And I couldn't be happier.
Boy, they're going like flies now. Travis Kelce, CeeDee Lamb, Leonard Fournette, Mark Andrews. So the 2 top tight ends are gone. So not a whole lot of options there on tight end until later rounds, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, I would say probably definitely next pick, I do need to go receiver.
Yeah. And let me tell you something else, folks, you probably want to do. Make sure you're looking at your bye weeks, too, because you don't want to get screwed where you've got, like, your 2 receivers are on a bye the same week. So always kind of keep out for that. So, all right, I think this is you. Who you picking? Looks like the best receiver available according to rankings is Tyler Higgins from Cincinnati.
I'm thinking between Mike Evans or Michael Pittman Jr.
Oh, well, I mean, Pittman Jr. would be your guy, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Listen to your heart. All right, it is my pick.
My gut kind of said that I should have went Evans. I'm like, man, he's been like injured at least once every year.
Okay, I got a pick. I need your help, Mr. B-Roll. Who would you pick? I'm torn between two. Actually, three now I'm looking at. What about James Conner or Saquon Barkley or Cam Akers?
What's your current situation?
What do you mean?
Do you have one running back, two running backs?
I've got one. I got Kamara. I'm leaning. Barkley's burnt me so many times, so I'm like, maybe I give him a chance again. Akers, Connor looks pretty good though.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to take Connor. What do you think?
Yeah,
I'm taking him.
If it was me, I would have drafted Aaron Jones, but I know you're not going to.
Oh, there'll be a cold day in hell before I draft a Packer.
It'll be a cold day in Lambeau.
That's right. Yeah. All right. So I'm feeling pretty good about this draft so far. How about you?
I'm feeling okay, especially I'm looking down at the receivers that will be available, and I'm like, okay.
Man, it'd be amazing if Saquon was still there. What about that fruit? But he won't. Yep, he's gone. Okay. All right. And he just went. DJ Moore is gone. Oh, but Akers may still be there. Ooh. Tempting, but we got to fill a different void. Okay. It is my turn.
Oh, the player I wanted just went. I just didn't realize. I was hoping Terry McLaurin would be there.
I'm going to take out of a dynamic offense because this is another one I'm excited. I'm going to take, is it Mark Williams?
Mike Williams?
Mike Williams. I'm going to take Mike Williams. Let me make sure I'm good. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, I'm going to take Mike Williams. I feel good. I feel good about that pick. I think he's a stud. Now, Grant, the only problem is like with that is like, you've got a lot of different options there for the Chargers at receiver. So I think in the pecking order, I think he's like wide receiver 2. But hey, that's okay. That's the spot I'm putting him in on my team. So okay, you took Jalen Waddle from Miami. I'm a little skeptical on Miami this every year, but this year it looks like one of their better years. I will say that.
Yeah, so we talked about this in the pre-draft. The auto picking right in front of you, and they took the player you wanted.
Yeah,
I really wanted AJ Brown.
Oh man,
or Terry McLaurin. I would have been. So I kind of got.
Man, they're going like flies there. Marquise Brown just got picked up from Arizona.
I'll tell you this right now, since I picked before you on this time. I feel like if Metcalf is there, I don't care about his quarterback situation. I think I'm picking him.
He's a talented dude.
He is there.
It wouldn't be a bad pick.
But is it a great pick?
I don't know.
I mean, Drew Lock's going to start for him, right?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Or did Baker get traded there? No, Baker got traded to Carolina.
Yeah, Baker's in Carolina, yeah. You got to listen to your heart, bro.
Why is Chris Godwin so low? Injury?
I think he's coming off one, yeah. Time is running out.
I went with it.
You listen to your heart. I can respect that. Okay. I'm going to do something. Hey, this would be our 5th pick. I'm looking at who's ranked here. Nobody's really jumping out at me, honestly.
I know who you're going to do.
You know who? Oh, what am I going for?
You are going to pair your receiver with his quarterback.
Yeah, that's
Justin Herbert.
You're damn right I am. Strategy there. I was like, and that's the thing, folks. Like, you got to look around and see what is your best option.
Yeah, I think I know where I'm going next, and they should still be there unless somebody not on auto pick is going to do it. They probably won't.
Are you getting a quarterback?
No.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. They just got picked.
Okay.
I was going to go Kittle.
Oh yeah. Yeah. At this point too, that's kind of where you want to look at getting a tight end too. And there's not really a whole lot of good ones left here, I don't think.
Yeah, because
Not
now
like
you
top
now
tier.
you wait. Now you wait on him.
Yeah.
You don't
You can get
stretch
you
and
can
go
get
for a
you can get
Hutchinson.
by. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I need a tight end,
Yeah, you do.
but I think I can hold off. I'm going to check something on my team. Man, this is very interesting. I feel I'm not going to do it. Okay, Ezekiel Elliott's still there somehow, but I'm just like, I'm afraid, like, if it was a flex, that would be interesting. I think I'm going to go with Chris Godwin.
Okay.
Yeah. As he's not bad as a third receiver, but there and again, I worry with Tampa Bay. They have so many damn weapons. Now this is interesting.
What's interesting?
Well, I don't want to give anything too much away here.
Help a brother out, man.
Well, I'm just looking ahead, and normally people wouldn't do this, but they've done it in our league. Somebody's already drafted a defense. You realize that?
Good for them.
Yeah, but they got the defense I wanted, but that's okay. There's a couple other options.
Receiver or running back?
This.
I gotta go.
Okay, you listen to your heart. Damn, Ezekiel Elliott's still there, but he won't be for long because the auto's coming up here. I can understand why though, because it's just like I don't know, Ezekiel. It's just, ugh. But see, this is the thing. You're talking a potential top tier running back. This is where it gets kind of okay. It's a lot more appealing to take Ezekiel Elliott in the 6th or 7th round than it is to take him in the 1st or 2nd. And years past, the guy would go 1st or 2nd round.
Yeah, I mean, you're drafting purely off of people's upside.
Yeah,
you know?
There just went a dark horse. Travis Etienne from Jacksonville. That was a guy I was going to try to get later, but
I almost drafted him.
Oh, you should have, bro.
You want to help me, so
okay. What do you need?
I'm probably not going to tight end yet. I'm probably either going to take another receiver or running back, honestly.
Amari Cooper.
All right, I'm up.
All right. I wouldn't trust Michael Thomas with the 10-foot pole just because who knows what's going on there. Allen Robinson's tempting, but once again, you got too many damn receivers there that he's going to be fighting for. So, Adam Thielen from the Vikings, there's another one possibly.
I was kind of thinking that.
You also got Tyler Lockett's available.
Yeah, I've already got the one Seattle receiver though, which I'm not necessarily opposed to doing that. But
there we
go. We locked it.
All right. So here, okay, I feel good with my receiving core, my running backs, my quarterback. I need a tight end, but I'm not really. I'm seeing somebody, but I think I can get him later. But since I described our league how it is, I'm going to draft me a defense now. I wanted the Bills, but somebody took them. But I'm going to take what I think is probably the second best defense in the league. I'm going to take the Saints.
I will say one thing this year.
Yeah.
I'm not really super familiar with the rookies and stuff.
Yeah.
As I have in years past.
Yeah. And there we go. Somebody just took the Ravens, so now you're starting to see some defenses go. And like I say, in our league, it does make a huge difference. So right now, I'm really in the need I need a tight end, essentially. There's going to be some dangling fruit out there, but I really need a tight end, I think. And I got a guy in mind. I know a guy.
Does he play for Detroit?
No, he doesn't play for Detroit. Okay, I got one more pick, and I think I may be there. Okay, you got Jalen Hurts just went. Quarterback from Philly. Yeah, this draft's going fast. When I was in last night, man, took up almost an hour.
Yeah, did you have, was everybody there, though, taking
Pretty much. Okay. Wow, yeah. Justin Tucker just went a kicker. I do not advise taking one this early. Okay,
I
so
mean, Justin Tucker is amazing, but
he is amazing, but I would not take him that early.
you need to get Allen Robinson and listen to your heart.
No. Talented dude, but no. All right, I'm going to go with, I'm getting a tight end. I don't trust anybody from Detroit. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I'm a Bears NFC North guy, but I'm going to take a guy I took in my other league I got a good feeling about, especially with his quarterback relationship. I'm taking Zach Ertz from Arizona. That's my pick.
There you go. Good pick, sir. And
All
I'm
right.
already up.
Now it's pretty much at this point, you're focusing on your bench.
Yes, I am.
Or you haven't drafted a defense yet. You may want to consider that. Looking through here. Oh, I am salivating at some guys I think I can get late. Man. Who'd you end up picking? I missed it. I was looking at guys.
I picked Kareem Hunt.
That's not a bad pick. That's a good pick.
I question my morals, though.
Ah, you're fine. Tyler Lockett's still out here. Damn. Rashad Bateman just went from Baltimore. Yeah, I'm like you. I don't know a whole lot about the rookies this year, honestly. There goes Tyler Boyd. I like this. This is a new guy to our league, I think, or somebody changed their name. Elite Mother Trucker. Oh, son of a bitch. Fuck Elite Mother Trucker. That was my dark horse. I was going to try to get Deshaun Watson late because of the suspension. Son of a bitch. All right.
Deshaun Watson or DeAndre Hopkins?
Or DeAndre Hopkins, I mean. Yeah, well, Deshaun Watson's suspended too. Hey, I got to pick somebody. All right. I'm going to go with, let's see. So I got week 7, 8, and 11. That's okay. He's an 11, but I'm gonna take Tyler Lockett. Once again, not sure about the whole Seattle situation, but a talented receiver. I feel comfortable enough having him on the bench and using him in particular matchup schemes. So there we go. I can't remember. Did you take a quarterback yet?
Not yet.
Wow. Okay.
I've got 2 in mind.
Okay. You're going to take Deshaun, aren't you?
No. Why would I take Deshaun?
Well, because you could just have to wait 11 games. Only 11. I honestly thought about as a smartass taking him as like a final pick, but I did not. I do have a running or quarterback in mind as I think would be an excellent like backup, and I think people are sleeping on him. Here we go. Elijah Moore just went.
Do you already have a quarterback?
I do.
Don't you dare. Who are you thinking about picking?
My guy?
Yeah.
He's going to go late. He's going to go stupid late, so I don't even think he's on your radar.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I'm on the clock. I need to pay attention.
Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to take, this guy is a dark horse for me. I think people are sleeping on him, but he's going to have a heck of a year, I think.
And it's Aaron Rodgers.
It's Aaron Rodgers, that's right. He's a rookie. He's a rookie. I'm going to take the young man from Houston, I think it's Damian Pierce. I think it's Damian Pierce. So running back.
All right.
Feeling good about this draft. Feeling real good.
Yeah, I'm feeling decent. I'm going to pick Joe Burrow.
Ah, very nice. He wasn't my pick. Honestly, Joe Burrow I picked up in my other league. Like if I would have drafted in like around when you did, that's who I would have went for, would have been Burrow. And I do think people sleeping on, wow, quarterbacks going left and right. Aaron Rodgers gone. Tom Brady. Cordell Patterson just went. What about, oh man, Russell Wilson? Somebody could pick him up.
I thought about picking him. But
not a bad pick.
I kind of just, I went upside, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, Elite Mother Trucker just took him.
I'm on the clock, sir.
Hey, there's a guy out there that looks pretty good if you're looking for another quarterback.
Who?
Stafford. But you do that, though, and then you're like, oh, man, who do I start? Oh, you went with the Bucs defense. Respect. Okay. So I've got a backup receiver and a backup back. Let me see. I believe I'm going to take, and I had luck with this guy last year. He's a receiver. I'm going to take Brandon Ayuk from San Francisco.
San Francisco.
San Francisco. And I'm hoping there's a dark horse I may be able to get. But we'll see. Because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys ahead of me. Or gals.
We're gender neutral here, right?
That's right.
Like
Hey, we got a lot of ladies in our league, too. All right. Oh, this is looking good. I think I'm going to be okay. Of course, I say that, and this person takes them. Don't take them.
The only thing I'm really I don't really have a tight end, and that kind of sucks. But
yeah, you need to get you a tight end. I have a recommendation. I know who I would get if I was you.
who?
But then again, I kind of want him as a backup. So, all right, beautiful. My guy is here. This is another dark horse people are sleeping on. And this guy had incredible output in the last 6 games of last year and took over as the lead position. And I don't understand why the hell he's so low, other than the fact that I'm not sure what the team is. I'm going to take out of Seattle Rashad Penny.
Gotcha. I literally thought you were talking yourself into picking AJ Dillon there for a second.
No, fuck no. Yeah, I'm feeling damn good about my draft. I'm liking it. I'm liking this. So you are my bestie. Let me see if I should help you out.
I already picked
Oh, who'd you take?
Michael Carter from the Jets.
Oh, okay. I was going to recommend Cole Kmet, but somebody just took him. So
Yeah, I thought about it. I have a tight end that I'm sleeping on, and it's not going to surprise you.
no, maybe the one I'm thinking about. The other one I'm thinking about too. Then. So far, this has been a very friendly draft. We haven't drafted each other's players or anything. I will say that.
Yeah, we haven't had to cuss each other out yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Give it time.
All right. I am on the clock, sir.
All right. What you doing? What you doing? Where you at?
See, at this point, you're kind of like just throwing darts, right? Like,
yeah. Oh, you took Tua. Okay, Tua Tagovailoa. I can't say. I could never say his name. Okay, so the guys they got ranked here, like in the 112, 113, 14. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, I changed my mind. I forgot about him. Ooh. Because I see me a Kansas City Chief receiver. I want to take Sky Moore here, I believe. Let me check and see.
I almost did.
Does he work out with my guys? Yeah, I think so. I'm taking him.
I almost did.
Now I'm feeling real good.
Feeling real good.
All right. I'm loaded at my receivers and backs. I got to get a tight end and a quarterback at this point.
See, we're both in like the same situation, aren't we?
Pretty much. So this is where this could get interesting. And okay, I'm good there. And I'm just checking, looking ahead. I should be good there too, I believe. Oh yeah, we're golden like Pony Boy. This is like, knock on wood, this is like the first draft I've done where like everybody's kind of been available where I wanted them to be. There was maybe a couple, but
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the clock. Holy shit, I wasn't even paying attention.
Sorry, I wasn't either.
Oh shit. Okay, that's all right. I got my guy. David Njoku. That was my dark horse for tight end. God, I wasn't even paying attention.
Sorry, that's my bad. I should have told you too.
That's okay. Was that the guy you were thinking for tight end?
No, sir.
Okay.
Did my guy get picked though?
Who were you thinking?
Well, Ali Cox.
Who's he? I don't even know who that is. Oh no, for the Colts. He's still available.
Yeah, he's kind of a sleeper for me.
Yeah.
Where?
Go under tight end. Just he's late.
I did.
Did you find him?
I'm just gonna type his name because it takes a.
He is ranked 249.
Oh gosh.
You better go.
Yeah. That's not who I wanted.
Oh wow! What happened?
They don't highlight them when you're up. Like when you have.
Yeah, but look on the app though. Look where it says all position. You can change that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Still doesn't highlight them. It's okay though. I'll still get him.
You'll still be able to get him as a free agent or something. I don't think anybody will take him, but you never know. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We got 2 picks left, and we still haven't drafted a kicker because that's my strategy, man. I don't get a kicker until the end. Now, in other leagues, they'll wait till the last minute to get a defense as well. But our league's different, like I say, because it does matter. All right. The Empire Strikes Back. Devontae Parker, huh? Okay. You didn't get a quarterback.
I have 2 quarterbacks.
Who's your other one? Oh, you took Tua. All right, here's
Tua
my dark horse on quarterback. I've been taking him late. Y'all are sleeping on him. I get it because their offense is going to be run heavy, but I am not going to pass up taking a former MVP. I'm taking me some Matty Ice. I don't, like I say, people are like shitting on him and stuff, but like, dude, Matt Ryan's still got some in the tank. Oh, you got all quiet, so you don't think the same, huh?
Oh, no, I do. I was just deep in thought.
Oh. Now, the $1 million question. What kicker do we take? Oh, I know I'll get if he's there. Well, he probably won't be.
I'm going with somebody who's in a dome and has a good leg.
That's a very valid point. You would like to get somebody like that. Or somebody who you know, like, may get a lot of extra points, even if it's just like, well, there, you took my guy. Or no, that wasn't you. Okay, I thought it was you.
Harrison butt kicker?
That's who I was going to go for. Oh, I know who I'm going to go for if he. Oh, hell yeah, he's available. My guy, one of my all-time favorite players in the league. I wish we still had him. Get me some Robbie Gold, baby. There we go.
Because he's gold, baby.
He's gold. All right, I think you're last, sir.
Yeah. I'm picking between Matt Prater and Greg Joseph.
Oh, Prater's a good one.
Prater is good. He's getting old, though. He's getting old.
Doesn't matter, dude.
I want my heart.
Okay.
Minnesota is going to be typical, getting scoring position, but they don't punch it in.
All right. And that pretty much concludes our fantasy draft. Let's look at our teams, see what we think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy. I always feel like I draft better in this league than I do the other league I'm in.
Yeah. I will say I took some risks, but I'm pretty happy with my team.
I'm pretty happy with mine. I got some dark horses I was really happy about, but let's just run it down. So in the quarterback position, I have Justin Herbert, and my backup would be Matt Ryan. My running backs, I have Alvin Kamara and James Conner from Arizona starting. And then my backups, I have Damian Pierce from Houston, Rashad Penny from Seattle, and I believe that is all my backs. So, yeah. And then in receivers, I have Stephon Diggs. I've got Mike Williams from the Chargers, Chris Godwin from Tampa Bay, and my bench, I have Tyler Lockett from Seattle, Brandon Ayuk from San Francisco, and Sky Moore from Kansas City. In tight end, I have Zach Ertz from Arizona, and my backup for him would be David Njoku from Cleveland. And at defense, I have the New Orleans Saints, and my kicker is Robbie Gold. I feel good. I feel damn good. How about you? Let's run down your team.
All right, so running down my team. So I'm taking a look back at it, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what? Like, my starters, like, I'm like, okay, you guys are all pretty solid, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my team is going to be like that team. Like, we're not super flashy, but we get the job done. Like, I feel like I have a consistent team, is what I'm feeling like.
Okay.
So at quarterback, we have Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
At starting running back, we have Derrick Henry. We have Joe Mixon.
Okay.
Wide receiver, we have Michael Pittman Jr., Jalen Waddle, DK Metcalf. Tight end, we have Mike Gesicki. We got the Bucks D. We have Greg Joseph at kicker. And then the bench, there's a lot of upside here. And then I feel like maybe, most of these are upside. Amon St. Brown from Detroit. I'll be honest, I clicked on him because he finished so strong to the end of the year last year. So I'm like, well, let's see if we can keep that going. Adam Thielen, I think he's just going to be steady. Kareem Hunt, he's great in PPR, even though he is like technically the the backup to Nick Chubb or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, but the thing is, you hit the nail on the head. PPR, he's going to get a lot of receptions. He's going to get a lot thrown to him.
Yeah, and then I'm kind of looking at this. I'm kind of looking at these next two as like they're one running back together, if that makes any sense. But Antonio Gibson and Michael Carter from one's from the Jets and one's from Washington. Basically, kind of hoping maybe like one of them is a diamond in the rough, maybe, because you never know. So
I think that's valid.
Both have a chance. Both are in positions of where I don't know if I don't think they're necessarily starters. I think they're kind of in committees. But if they get their shine, I think they could easily take over the jobs. I have Tua as a backup just due to injury with Joe Burrow, and plus upside with Tua. So
yeah, because Tua he's in a new offense, and a lot of people are talking about him. Miami, I don't know if they'll be a good team, but I do think offensively they're going to look a lot better.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I picked Devontae Parker because we were talking a lot about New England. Like, we don't trust New England players. But there is one thing. Bill Belichick has a way of making these wildly veteran receivers relevant again. So, Devontae Parker has talent. So, Mac Jones has to throw to somebody. So, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, I feel good. Like, I got missions accomplished. I got some dark horses I wanted. I was able to get a quarterback receiver combo. I feel really good about my running backs. Yeah, I feel great.
I mean, shoot, DK Metcalf's my third wide receiver. I mean, I think I could have done worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, I think you did great. I think we both did great. I think we got contenders, man. I think we may be fine for the championship at the end of the year. Who knows?
I'll see you in the championship. How about that, buddy?
Oh, calling your shot.
We're gonna be the number 1 and the number 2 seed.
Well, we were about that last year, and that didn't really work out too well for us. So.
Yeah, true story. And we would have to talk about we do typically most times we do a little bit of a wager when we do play each other. Loser buys the other meal.
I think I've won the past couples.
Yeah, so
I've been lucky.
Yeah.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed, and I take him out for steak, and he doesn't get just an 8-ounce. Oh no, he got a porterhouse steak.
Cowboy cut, baby.
Cowboy cut or whatever.
Hey, let me ask you this: over the years of playing fantasy, like, what are some memorable moments you have as far as like? Well, first of all, you've won. How many championships have you won?
How many championships have I won? That is a good question. I think 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 2.
I am a 2-time champion in our league.
Ironically enough, my very first year of actually playing, so I was on CBS Sports.
Okay.
Because
we should mention, by the way, what we do is ESPN is who we drafted through and stuff. I've always liked ESPN. I used to do CBS. I used to do Yahoo, NFL. I've done that before. I don't know. I've just always liked ESPNs the most.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, I did CBS. Shoot, I kind of covered them all. I guess I've done CBS. I did NFL.com. I do agree. ESPN is probably the best, especially nowadays. But my very first year doing it, I actually won.
Oh,
and
nice.
I was ticked because apparently they said that CBS would send you a shirt. They didn't send me a shirt.
Jerks.
But and then there was one other time I won a league that I was in with a bunch of coworkers, and I did win that league. I can say the league that I was in the longest, I can't tell you how many times I placed second. Probably like 4 times. And I was in that league for about 8 years.
Yeah.
So I placed second in about half the years. And there was one year I literally, we're going to go down a dark hole right here, right now.
Okay.
I think this was about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I think, because it wasn't last year, I don't think. Maybe it was last year. It was last year or the year before. I was in the championship game, and we were going into the final week. In that league, they did 2-week playoffs. Okay?
I hate that. I do not like that format.
I was the lower seed, and I was also going into the last week. I was behind. But in the last week, I was making a comeback. Okay?
Okay.
I was riddled with injuries. It was a miracle I even made it into the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah. And I was rolling with Jalen Hurts at my quarterback. So this is when he was a rookie.
Okay.
I think that was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because at the beginning of the year, he didn't start, and then they had started starting him towards the end of the year. Okay? The Eagles had the Sunday night game. Or Monday night. It was one of the two. I believe it was the Sunday night, though. And this was the year that I believe everybody in the let's see, what division is that? NFC East. Everyone in that division had a losing record, but obviously one of them still made the playoffs, and I think it was the Giants that year or something.
Could have been. I can't remember.
It was something. But basically what had happened is during the game, the 425 game had closed, and I think the Giants had won, or either the Cowboys won or something. And basically, it mathematically. Oh, I remember who made the playoffs that year. It was the Washington football team when they had Tyler Heineke was starting for them.
Okay, I gotcha.
Okay. Anyways, they were the ones that made the playoffs. It ended up that Philadelphia had been mathematically eliminated, both Philadelphia and the Giants, and Jalen Hurts got pulled from the game.
Wah, wah, wah. It's funny you mentioned Philadelphia, because Philadelphia has burned my ass not once but twice in fantasy playoffs. Fuck the Eagles.
The Westbrook kneel down.
Oh yes, God, that pissed me off. I had Brian Westbrook. Yeah, we all remember that catastrophic moment for fantasy. I mean, the Eagles were already in and stuff, and they just did that just to take time off the clock. I mean, it made sense because they'd already won that game, but it just killed me because he was literally at the 1 yard line. I was about to get the points I needed to win my matchup, and no, I'm just going to kneel down here, and that'll be the end of the game. Oh my God, that pissed me off more than anything. Now, the other time was actually, it was supposed to be a Sunday night game, and it was the Eagles were playing Minnesota. And this was the year when they had the really bad blizzard there, and it caved in the Viking Stadium. So they had to postpone the game, and they moved it all the way to Tuesday. Okay? And this is why I don't do Yahoo anymore, because the league I was in, it did the decimal system points, and I hate that shit. Because what happened was I think I had Philly's defense, and my guy I was playing may have had somebody from the Vikings, but like a kicker or something like that. Or no, you know what? No, I take it back. He didn't have anybody. I had the Eagles defense. That's right. I remember this now. I had the Eagles defense, and I was already up. I was winning my game. I was going to win. And the Eagles just get the shit kicked out of them, and they get negative points, and I lost my game. But get this, I lost by like negative 0.6 points.
Yeah,
it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean there can be some horror stories, but
yeah, but also triumphs. There's nothing like winning your championship in fantasy, though.
Yeah, also triumphs. I will say, I mean, definitely what makes fantasy football for me, it's really not fun playing by yourself.
No.
When you got I mean, I know some of the other people in our league. Well, I know a few of them. Yeah. I don't really converse with them on a regular basis, but I obviously converse with you on a regular basis. We can talk fantasy, and it does. And what I've always told people when it comes to fantasy, so if you're out there and you're listening to this podcast, you can make it what you want it. You can either be super invested into it and like read every article and read every sleeper list and all this and all that and watch the waiver wire and all this and all that, right?
Yeah.
Or you can just be that guy that sets their lineup every week.
Yep.
Whatever you do, don't be that guy that doesn't touch their lineup after week 1. Nobody likes that guy.
The guy's a jerk.
But that guy's name is well, he probably wouldn't want me to say his name on, but he's been on the show before. Just Alex, yeah, that guy is that guy.
Oh, okay. I'm calling him out. All right.
Yeah, he is that guy.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, you can be as invested into it as you want.
There you go. Well, folks, there you have it. Our thoughts on fantasy football. And hey, if you've never played fantasy before, give it a shot, man. Like I say, it's much more manageable, I think, with football because you're just worrying about it once a week and not like all the time, right, Mr. B-Roll?
That is correct. And definitely, like when you're playing fantasy football and you have guys on your team, like if you like football, I mean, doing fantasy football, it just makes you have that much more invested interest into games that may not necessarily have your favorite team in them. So there you go.
There you go. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. So I hope you all are ready to enjoy the football season. Just kick back, relax, get you some football-shaped brownies, some popcorn, some beer, and enjoy the show. I'm XLJ, the OG.
And I'm Mr. B-Roll.
And we'll see you on another episode of Cooooolecast. Take care, everybody.